Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BigSin podcast. This is episode 11. I'm your host, Sinji. With me, Big Tone Son, my co-host,
Yeah. Yo.
and Irby, the unofficial official third co-host.
What it do, baby?
Yo, you got the OnlyFans up and running yet?
Nah, man, not yet.
You
It's
suck.
crisis is rough. The
Shit,
pandemic is real.
I got mine up and running.
Shit. So
Damn, nigga out
what's your
here stealing
name? I might give you.
dreams.
My
Shoot,
my
I'm,
my
I might
name
give
my
you a
name
follow.
my name is footandballs.net.
Foot and balls. Shit, I stay on making mine. Skeeting feet.
Ski
Damn.
feet.
Yeah, dog.
Okay, so before we get into we're obviously gonna talk about the PS5, um, and all the reveals it did. But I actually watched something that was interesting yesterday, and interesting in a sucky way. I watched the new Child's Play movie.
Uh-huh.
Did you watch it, Tone?
Yeah, I watched a couple months ago.
Yeah, I didn't like it as a
I didn't
Child's
really
Play movie.
I didn't really like it either.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't like it as a Child's Play movie. It was an okay movie, but I think the fact that it was supposed to be a Chucky movie made me really not like it, because you can't really do that with things like that. You build a franchise that people love, and you can't just change it out of nowhere. Why would you make him a robot? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't like how they took the supernatural element out of it. I mean, I get it. They wanted to
The,
update it for something more current, but I wasn't feeling it.
yeah, no, it's. I mean, okay. So take the American flag for instance. People love the American flag, right?
I
To
would
to
hope
like a
so.
lot of to a lot of people, it represents America. It's our symbol.
Yeah.
If you take the red, white, and blue and suddenly turn it fucking purple, green, and yellow, all of a sudden it doesn't seem like a representation of America anymore. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So although it was an okay movie, it just wasn't a Chucky movie to me anymore. Plus, the fucking doll looked horrendous. That doll was creepy as fuck. In a bad
I
way.
mean, I didn't mind the doll too much. Like I said, I mean, obviously, whoever directed it, they wanted to just put their own spin on it, and so that I can understand. It was just I don't like how they took the supernatural element out of it. It didn't feel right.
Plus, the plot of it made no fucking sense. Like the dude who got fired and made the doll evil. Why didn't you just send it to this nigga's house?
Yeah, true.
And then you killed yourself. Like what? What was the point? If you're gonna kill yourself, what was the point?
Man, some
Yeah.
people just want to see the world burn, bro.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with Chucky too much. I remember watching them when I was little, and the Bride of Chucky. They're being freaked out of dolls, but
I like the Bride of
I,
Chucky.
I yeah, I'm not sure how he actually got his
His
how he
powers.
came to fruition. Wasn't he like a murderer or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a murderer.
so in the first one, the murderer's name was Charles Lee Ray. He was like a rapist and shit like that. So he was running from the police, and
He runs
he
into a
wound up
toy store.
getting. Yeah, he runs to the toy store after he got shot. He was like mortally wounded. He knew some kind of magic spell that transferred his soul into the doll, and then what he was planning on doing was he was planning on finding someone else that he could transfer his soul into and transfer that person's soul into the doll. So
And that's how he
basically,
became him.
yeah. So basically, all the movie centers around him trying to get out of that doll's body. But the problem is, the longer he stays a doll, I think the more I feel like the longer he stays in there, like I think the the more he becomes human as a doll, or some wild shit like that.
Okay, yeah, kind of, sort of remember, but not all the way remember.
I mean, I loved them. The only Chucky movie I hadn't seen was The Seed of Chucky. I just had no interest in seeing it.
Yeah,
The I didn't even really like The Bride of Chucky. I like The Bride of Chucky because of Jennifer Tilly, basically.
yeah, I was young when them things came out.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
yeah. So I think my favorite one was hmm. I liked to see the Chucky. It was just kind of it was like really different. It was just like them pulling away from what it was, but like I said, you get so used to watching these movies, you get used to the character and like how he develops, and then they just turn in some other freak shit.
yeah, it's like the spin-offs that they have to reboot of like Spider-Mans and all different stuff because they're trying to appeal to the older audience. I mean, the newer audience versus the older audience because kids like they don't really have a grasp or understanding because like while we're old enough to see Chucky, they might see this new Chucky, be like, oh man, I can relate to killer robots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
so I see why that. That's what I'm saying. I can see why they updated the way they did. I didn't like it.
yeah,
Like I understand you're trying to pull in new fans, but then you kind of the problem with that is you start to isolate the uh, the older fans, the ones that grew up on this, the ones that
yeah,
made Chucky what it is. That's the problem.
yeah. But you could also look at it this way, like the ones that didn't like it, they might go back and rewatch the Chucky series, so it could pique some new interest. Like, you know, like, oh, this is what it was for me when I was growing up, and then they might pass it on to the kids that thought Chucky was great.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're supposed to be having a Chucky TV show coming out soon.
Mm,
You
how is
can
that
miss me with
gonna be
that.
possible?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
miss me with that, bro.
Actually, I might check it out. I don't watch TV, so say if it's on Hulu, I'll definitely watch it. But if not, then I may skip it.
yeah.
All right, so on to the star topic of this episode, the PS5 review and the games. So let's start with the console itself. They revealed two consoles and the look of the console. One being a console that you can play disc with, and one complete digital console. How do you guys feel about the look in the two releases?
I actually, I oh god, I'm stuttering. I dig, I dig the PS5 look. I think it looks dope.
You know what it
It's
looks like to
definitely
me?
something different.
It looks like the bottom half of like a platinum trophy.
Mm.
It does.
Like you can get a fucking a white spear and put it on top, and it'll look like a platinum trophy.
Yeah, I do like the look.
I like it. Yeah, I like it
I
better
wish
than
it
the
would have.
fucking Xbox router look.
Yeah, I feel like well, of course, they're probably gonna have some customizable skins for it, so you can change the color of it if you want. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Kind of looks like an MVP trophy now that you look at it a little different.
You know
But
what would have
it's,
been
it's
dope if they did or do? Like
what?
since the sides of the PS5 don't look like they basically look like they're just for aesthetics. It would have been nice if they had that removable and you can buy like tons of custom, um, I guess side pieces for the PS5.
It could be
Yeah,
swap outable.
Yeah, like a fucking Lego set or whatever. But I
Yeah.
like how it looks. I'm definitely gonna get the all digital version because most of my games are digital anyway.
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm
Yeah,
a
I'm
say I
gonna get the disc one.
Yeah, say I myself is going to get the disc one just because I prefer having the disc, and even when uh it cuts down on like the you need a Blu-ray or something. You can just like I guess what I'm getting at is it cuts down on like useless items. Like I don't have to go out and buy a Blu-ray player to have my PS4.
Yeah.
I feel
So
you.
that's my main reasoning behind it. Uh, but yeah, digital, it's okay. I hope it just comes with like a different price line, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause
See, now I'm wondering if they're going to make the disc one more expensive or the digital one more expensive. Because they, yeah, 'cause like if you're paying, I know sometimes when you pay a bill, you get charged extra if you pay it online. It's called like a convenience fee. So I'm
yeah,
wondering if they're going to charge more for the digital because it's like a convenience type thing.
well,
I feel like the disc one would cost more because you'd have to have more um, technical aspects inside the PS5 to run the disc.
True.
You need a disc reader inside of it.
yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
how much is a Blu-ray disc uh, a disc reader I'm assuming that can't be a lot. I think the most expensive part would be the the actual thing that pulls the disc in, that brings it in and retracts it. I think that'd be the most expensive thing, and that even that can't be that pricey.
I
It
think they're like
probably isn't,
80
but like
bucks.
it's still like technology you don't have to spend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The way to cut costs. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be like $100 cheaper. 'Cause I think most Blu-rays, you probably get them like $50. Let me look
and
it up.
another reason why I don't want to get the digital one is because let's say for instance you may have let's say for instance a hurricane comes through, so it knocks out your cable. You got Comcast and you ain't got no internet. So if your console's all digital, you're basically shit out of luck when it comes to playing your game because don't you have to be online in order to play your digital copies?
Um,
Uh,
can you repeat the question? I kind of understood, but like, if you're asking like if your internet goes to shit, can you not play your games? There is a way around that.
Okay. Because I know with my Xbox 360, if I bought if let's say like I bought like a little arcade game, like I'll use Double Dragon for an example because this happened to me before. I bought Double Dragon for my 360, and one time I had to go to my grandmother's house to babysit my cousin while they went down south for the day, or they went down to the Carolinas for the day, I should say. And I
Hmm.
brought my Xbox with me because at the time they didn't have internet. I couldn't play Double Dragon or any other game that I had bought in the Xbox Live Store because I wasn't connected to the internet.
So you can't play any game that you download on like digitally if it's a game you bought with your account. But as a lot of people know, with the PlayStation, you can share accounts with someone and like any game I buy digitally, that person has, and any game they buy digitally, I have. So if it's a game that, as long as you have a game that belongs to them, even if you don't have internet, you can play the game that belongs to the other account.
Okay.
That's why I tell Raymond, it's like, yo, if it's a game you really like, just buy it on my account. That way, if the internet goes to shit, you can always play it.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Of
sense.
course, he doesn't listen, but you know.
Of course not.
hey, side note, the Sony Blu-ray selling does sell for $70, so it should be like $100 cheaper, I guess.
I mean, theoretically speaking, yeah, it should be cheaper because that's technology that they don't need to put. Like, think about it. It's not just the Blu-ray reading. It's um the ejection and anything that goes with a disc. that they don't need to use for the PS5.
I mean, the digital version, yeah, is definitely more convenient because, let's say, for instance, you got a kid, like a young kid, and he decides that he wants to use your disc as target practice, or he wants to use it for a coloring project. Well, once that disc is fucked up, you're basically screwed, especially if you don't have a warranty through GameStop, and I don't think a warranty covers a disc if it's been thrown around like a goddamn frisbee.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I'll be going for the digital PS5, and if a pro version comes out, then maybe then I'll get the disc version.
Oh, you know, Pro version's coming out maybe like 1 or 2 years, but
I don't see a pro version coming out. Yeah, I understand why they put out the PlayStation 4 Pro because the original PlayStation didn't support 4K, but these new consoles coming out they support 8K, and I don't see them putting out a 10K TV or a 12K TV or 16 whatever the fuck is down the pipeline anytime soon.
We can't even
I don't
visually
put it.
see 4K. I mean 8K. I don't think.
But that being said, I plan on buying an 8K TV sometime next year.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just, right now, brother trying to get him a pair of Yeezys to add to the collection, so I gotta put that on the back burner for now.
shoot. I'm gonna get me 3 Yeezys.
See,
I mean,
the
if you
thing,
think,
the,
if we think about it, like, well, in my case, Tony, if I get this position I'm trying to get, we hit one bonus, I basically have PS5 money.
yeah. I mean, I'm not concerned about getting the money for the PlayStation 5. Not like I was with the PlayStation 4, because, I was working at the Manor at the time, so I was kind of, yeah. The only reason why I was even able to buy the PlayStation 4 was because I sold my Mustang. So once I sold that, I had the $1,000, and I just went and bought. I had the $100 to reserve it, but it was like a week before it came out, and I'm still sitting here like, damn, how am I gonna come up with this money? And guy came and bought my Mustang for $1,000, so I took that money and paid off the rest of my PlayStation.
Mm.
Shoot. Man, I plan on cutting lawns, babysitting, doing some yard work for some old ladies around the neighborhood.
So like, I saw something, and I don't think it's true, but like, there's a chance that it might be. It's possible that the price for the PS5 was revealed on a website,
Yeah, I heard
and
about that.
it ended up
Yeah,
being
I sent it to you guys.
700. I saw it before you sent it to me.
Well, way to steal my thunder.
Damn.
My bad, Nikki. But it ended up being $700 according to the website. But that could also be this website's price for, reserving it. You know what I mean? If it was legit.
Yeah, or I think it was. Well, see, that also wasn't American currency either. It was. I think it was a
Euros.
European currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was euros. So I think the American dollar is worth more than the euros. So it may
No,
not wind
the
up being
euros
that much.
euros is worth more.
Oh shit, is it?
Uh,
Oh damn, we're
yeah,
screwed then.
I think it's a dollar. I think it's $1.25 or
Damn.
$1.20 is what it translates to.
Okay, so we might be screwed. Like
Yeah,
seven,
let me look it up.
700 is a lot.
I never wanted Irby to be more wrong in my life.
700 is a lot, man. But
That's
I can't.
one.
I can't see them charging that much. I can't. I
It's a
mean,
dollar and
700? Nah, I
13
doubt it.
cents.
500, 600 maybe. Like they charge when the PlayStation 3 first came out. I think they had a version for 499 and another version for 599. And I mean they put out the PlayStation 4, which was way way more technically advanced than the PS3, and it was almost $100 cheaper. So I don't know. I mean, right now Microsoft and Sony are playing this stupid ass cat and mouse game. Like, who's going to announce their price first? Who's going to put their pre-orders up first? And I honestly think they're waiting so that way one company can undercut the other one. Which is, in my personal opinion, I think it's the dumbest shit in the world. Just give us a fucking price so we can figure out how much money we need to put away every month to buy this fucking thing. Like it's
Yeah.
stupid. It's asinine,
How much feet pics I gotta sell to get there?
basically, and how long I got to keep footandballs.net up running.
Yeah. No, but the euro is 1.3 American dollars, so
Damn.
Hmm.
so
Whereas
it's
I
not
I
a
mean,
it's not a huge jump, but it adds up a little bit.
yeah.
although for all logical reasons, the PS5 digital version should be cheaper. It's probably not going to be, and they're probably hoping they'll make most of their money up on the digital version because it'll probably cost less to make. So both are probably going to be the same price. It's probably going to be like $600, and whereas the PS5 with the disc software um might cost let's say $700 to make. The all digital version might cost 550 or some shit like that. So they're probably gonna be losing money on the disc version and gaining money on the digital version.
You want to know what my honest opinion is about them putting out two different versions? They're going to test the market to see who buys which. Because I've been hearing for years that
They're
that
leaning towards
Sony and
all
Microsoft,
digital.
yeah, like they're leaning toward going all digital, which is going to basically render brick and mortar stores like GameStop useless. You're not going to be able to trade in games and buy used games and stuff like that. So I think they're
I
going
feel
to.
like it's gonna.
Well,
I feel like the market's not gonna change too much because there's already like a committed group to like disc and a committed group to digital. You know what I mean?
well,
Well,
they
here's
stopped
my
selling.
problem. Oh.
I'm saying they stopped selling. You can't buy certain stuff off. You can't buy digital copies off of like retailers anymore for PS4. So I guess that kind of feeds into what you're saying.
Well, here's my problem with digital only, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, with digital only, they, I mean, they don't get me wrong. They do have some amazing sales going on in the store. But I'll use an example. Like 2 or 3 years after NBA 2K17 came out, you know, every 2 years, 2K shuts the servers down. So in 2018, 2K17 servers got shut down. A year after those servers were shut down, they're still selling this game full price in the PS Store. That's my issue. Because with the servers being shut down, there's a lot of game modes you just can't play. So
Yeah,
that's my issue with digital only. Like these stores are still gonna rape you on the price. And then another issue you have, like, and I know people may be like, oh well, they shouldn't be buying consoles, they can't afford the games. Yeah, a lot. I remember when the PlayStation 2 came out, my grandmother, my father had to put their money together to get me this damn console, but they didn't get me a game because they just couldn't afford it. So for someone whose family members is gonna scratch up as much money as they can to buy their kid a PlayStation 5 or whatnot, maybe they may not be able to afford that $60 game like, as soon as it comes out, or may not be able to afford it at all. So now this kid's gonna have to wait a couple months for the price to go down, or see if he can find him a used copy. So if it's all digital, and we're talking about maybe this kid might wait even a year to try to get this digital copy, and they're still selling it for $60 on the store. But this kid has a digital console. That's kind
I
of where,
all
uh,
games like okay, so like for example, when a new game comes out, a used cop as soon as it comes out, a used copy is not on the shelves at GameStop for cheaper. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that shit is pretty much store price until like some time goes by. And then the price is also determined by how good of a condition the game is still in. So you can
Well,
buy a used game for really cheap, but it might not work as well as a
well, it all depends how popular that game is too. Like
yes.
there are some games, like let's say for instance somebody really wanted Resident Evil 15 or some shit like that. But Resident Evil 15 turned out not to be good at all. So within a month, a used copy of that game, because everyone's trading it in, that game might drop down to like, I don't know, let's say $30 or some shit like that, instead of it being 60. Okay, well I may have an extra $30. I get paid tomorrow. Fuck it, let me go ahead and spend this $30 on that damn game then, because I get paid tomorrow anyway, so I'm not really at a loss. Digital for a digital version, nah, they're still going to sell it to you for the original price.
Nah, but here's the thing. So the used copy, it might take some time to get that cheaper, especially if it's a really popular game. Like that price may not be that cheap. But at least in a digital store, you will have a chance to catch that game on sale. It
Yeah,
might
no
go back to
doubt.
regular price if you miss the deal, but like you will eventually get that game on sale.
Yeah, well you'll see game companies start to put more stuff on sale. I mean, you might not get as good a price as you would from a brick and mortar store, but you'll see they'll start to slash prices here and there. I'll use another example, WWE 20. But I think we can all agree that game was so bad that they were issuing refunds if you bought it digitally. And from what I understand, these game companies like Sony and Microsoft, they never issue refunds. And like I think 2 or 3 months after the game was out, they were still charging full price for this game. I mean, come on, that game is awful. I haven't played it, but I've seen some of the gameplay, and how anyone can release a game in that state is beyond me.
Yeah, that game's terrible.
Yeah, they probably thought people was gonna buy it because WWE.
And people bought
Yeah,
it. It's just, and the ironic thing about it is that it's 2K20, W2K20, and as soon as the year 20 hit, the game completely broke.
yeah, I heard about that too.
As soon as the game registers that it's the year 2020, it no longer works.
Mm, yeah, that's terrible.
Okay,
Why
so
2020?
let's get onto the topic of some of the games they released and like which ones we're excited for.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started watching that press that little conference they had, I was furious
Why?
because to me it was a bunch of fucking kiddie games.
No, you gotta save the best for last.
Like I was like, first of all, I don't give two fucks about our world. The only real kiddie game that I actually liked was a Little
Sackboy.
Big Planet once. Yeah, because I used to play that with my wife back in the day. So that was the only one that I actually really liked. Uh, I
All
can't
right, but
really say
yeah,
I
let's
can't
let's
really
go.
say I was blown away by any of the games they showed. To be honest with
Oh, you weren't blown away by anything? Well, unfortunately, like none of you actually saw this, so like I probably sound crazy when I say this, but like the God of War trailer that they had up for like 5 minutes was fucking incredible.
you. Yeah, I didn't see that.
I feel like they
That
showed it too early. It wasn't supposed to be posted on, but like I saw it on the PlayStation page, is why I know I saw it. You know what I mean? It was the first thing I looked at, and then I went down to Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West. Now let's let's just go like Irby. You seen the list, right?
yeah, I just looked it up and I
Okay.
looked at some of the trailers and I was like, oh, okay.
All right, so I'll mention one thing, like one game and like my reaction towards it, and like you guys can give an opinion, and then we'll keep rotating like that, so we don't bring up the same games and blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that they're re-releasing GTA 5 for the PS5.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Well,
too. I was like,
I actually I actually saw today that it's going to be a free. If you already have GTA 5, you're going to get it for free. But that was one thing I was worried about because in my opinion, you knew that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One were coming out in 2013. So why wouldn't you just make GTA for the newer consoles, or you push it back a year, give everyone a chance to kind of get these new consoles, and then you can drop it, or drop the PS4 or drop the newer generation and the older generation at the same time. Why not? Why would you have it where you did on the old generation on the old gen, and then the following year drop it for the new gen, but then still charge us for it? I thought that was I thought that was crazy.
So like, here's
Yeah.
my opinion on it. Where's this guy? Um, I feel like spent a lot of time and effort on doing this expansion for the PS5, and a lot of people are gonna get it, sure. But I feel like if they were gonna waste efforts on something GTA related that wasn't the new one, they should have remade like Vice City and San Andreas, and they would have made so much more money on that.
You
Everyone's
know,
been
Well,
clamoring
they
for
would
it, but
make.
I don't think it's gonna happen. They're just not gonna go back and do it.
That's what they should have done though, instead of trying to expand GTA 5. GTA 5, it's a fun game, but like what you ask people to do is just simply like repetitive. Where like I want to enjoy San Andreas in like current game graphics. I want to enjoy what it like. That place would be fucking beautiful.
Yeah, but you also got to look at it from their perspective too. They're thinking, why am I gonna waste my money remaking these games and putting them out when I can just keep bleeding GTA 5 dry and making billions of dollars a year off this shit? Because they're not going to put a multiplayer component in San Andreas or Vice City because they don't want to pull players from off GTA 5 online just to those games online. You know what I mean?
But
So in their
that's the
minds,
that would be the thing. You don't even have to do much for that because like you can make San Andreas an expansion of 5. You already have the servers for online. You don't even need to do any different. You could throw the same servers for online and make it this, just change the map. All you need to
hey,
do is update the gaming graphics. It's
hey,
not going
I'm,
to waste any more money.
I agree with you. I've said in earlier podcasts that I want them to remake these games because they're some of the best games to ever be released. And San Andreas would be the greatest game to ever come out. That could be it. It could be the greatest of all time, right? Right, just above GoldenEye. And I love San Andreas. I probably beat San Andreas anywhere from 10 to 15 times. That
I
game
didn't beat
never
it that
got old,
much.
bro. That game never got old. Like I can, if I beat that game today, I would restart a new game right away.
okay, so what if they already knew it was in the works and they do something like Rick and Morty did and just like, up, here's GTA, just drop it. Because that's what Rick
Uh,
and Morty did for like their one episode. Like, they're like, release the episode. And they're like, you know what, released it. And they released it on April Fool's. Everyone thought it was a joke until they saw it was a new episode.
well, I mean, a lot of people thought that they were going to release a um, a remastered version of Red Dead Redemption because of the way Red Dead Redemption 2 ended.
Yeah.
Like how you finish Arthur Morgan's story, and then you pick up John Marston's story right before Red Dead Redemption starts. So everyone thought that this is a sign they're going to remake Red Dead Redemption. Everyone was getting excited. Even I was kind of getting excited. But it's been almost 2 years now, and there's nothing. And even the people that work at Rockstar, they've said they have no interest in going back and remaking old games. So I think getting a remake of their older titles it's just not going to happen. It's just
Yeah.
like they had story DLC planned for GTA 5's campaign mode, but because the online took off the way it did, they completely scrapped it, which I was so disappointed about.
Hmm.
And now that because GTA 5 took off the way it did, now they're talking about shortening the campaign for GTA 6, and I'm just like, why? Because I would much rather pay a longer campaign than spend countless hours online having to deal with griefers. And
Yeah,
then,
online
like,
in GTA and online in Rockstar games is brutal.
well,
I said, do you?
here's another thing that pissed me off, even with Red Dead Redemption 2 online, is you find a great way to make money, but because they want you so desperately to buy these goddamn shark cards, they go in there and they nerf it. It's a completely unfair. It's like, come on, man. Not everyone wants to spend their hard-earned money on these fucking shark cards. So now you're gonna make us just grind this game for countless hours.
There's shark cards in
And
Red Dead.
well, no, that's well, they're gold bars in Red Dead, but
I
still,
was about
they
to say,
they
like, I didn't know about
they
that.
want you to buy shark cards and gold bars. They don't want you to sit there and grind that shit. They want that person to say, yo, fuck this, I'm not grinding this. Let me go buy this shit so I can get what I want. And a lot of people do it. And I'm even guilty of buying a few shark cards here and there. But Los,
I've
even you
done it.
know what? For 3 months straight, me and you grinded those doomsday heists just to get things that we wanted. And after those 3 months, man, I was mentally drained by that game, and I don't think I've gone
Mm.
back since.
Yeah, it was rough. Like doing the same mission, and like it's not like it's not like we had like good help.
Well, uh, majority of the time, 90%, 95% of the time, it's me and you.
Yeah, which was good because like we got into a groove of doing it, and like we knew how to do it, and didn't have to split the money more. But it also sucked because like it was really time consuming. Just the preparation alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's just like, man, after a while, it's like, yo, fuck this. Like we would get home from work at like 2:30, jump on at 3 o'clock, and grind until 10, 11 o'clock at night. And after 3 months of doing that, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And even when we had a plan of getting back on GTA a couple months ago,
We
I
didn't
logged
really though.
on and I logged on and I was like, yo, I don't feel like dealing with this. I don't. And we messed around with the casino for a couple days, and I was like, yeah, screw this. I don't want to do this anymore. Just thinking of grinding shit out gave me a headache.
All right, so next game on the list.
Oh, the one I was excited about is this Miles Morales Spider-Man, but I don't think it's an actual game. I think it's just like DLC. I think
Well,
they released they.
they
Hmm?
they actually they actually came out and said that the way that it was worded wrong. So it actually is a standalone Spider-Man game.
Okay, yeah, because some I saw was like, oh, it's DLC, and then yeah, I thought it really said I didn't read the statement, but I am excited for this because I uh I did read the book. There's a book uh about Morales, so I kind of got a backstory, and then there's what is there? There's that Enter the Spider Verse movie. I saw that and I was like, oh, I can get behind this Spider-Man. It looked kind of sweet. Looked like a real person running through. The graphics were pretty good. Uh, so I was like, I can get behind this game. I'll probably play it. I might buy it. Don't know when I'm gonna buy it. PS4, PS5 might drain my pockets. So it might be 6 months later till I get the game.
I will say I'm excited for the Spider-Man game because the first one was amazing. I loved it.
I
Yeah.
love just
I
swinging around, bro. Like I spent half time doing anything that let me swing around.
Yeah, it was this this is when it comes to swinging around a Spider-Man. This is probably the best game for that. It was so fluid.
It's not just Spider-Man. Like I love flying around, swinging around. As Batman, Spider-Man. I heard rumors a long time ago that I don't think it's gonna happen, but I heard they were gonna make a Batman game. Not
You mean
not
a
Batman game, a
Superman
Superman
game?
game. Yeah, a Superman game
Oh yeah.
where like in the Batman style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. They were saying that he was working on a Superman game, and apparently it got scrapped. I've heard rumors where they were working on a Superman game that was exclusive to. That's supposed to be an Xbox exclusive. I've heard so many rumors about a Superman game, but it's almost how do you make a Superman game? Because the guy is virtually indestructible. So you'd have to have it where maybe someone that matches his power he goes up against. Because a normal criminal, I mean, he could punch a hole in his face, basically disintegrate this guy. So it's going to be a little tough to make a Superman game. I understand why no one's made one, but at the same time, I do want one, even though I'm not a huge Superman fan.
I can see the way that they could possibly do it is like if they flood like the streets with like people with kryptonite type weapons or something, like they'd have to start like real early. It's like Lex Luthor just putting bullet killing stuff out on the street, you know. Otherwise, like you can't. He's indestructible, like you said. Like you can't beat him.
I mean,
You
every
know.
enemy would just have kryptonite based weapons, kryptonite bullets,
Yeah.
kryptonite knives. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
in
but
one of the comics, Superman even proved that kryptonite, although it's his weakness, it's not something that'll keep him from using his powers. He flew to the sun and back with kryptonite.
yeah, but it also depends what kind of kryptonite it is, because there's like a bunch of different ones. There's like the green, there's the red, there's the black. There's like a bunch of different ones, and I
Yeah, that's
want
why
to say
you just need to give all the enemies kryptonite.
I want to say the black one is the one that could really fuck him up. Like I don't remember which one it was, but there is one that could
I
basically
know the red
kill
one
him if
makes
he
him like
comes
evil
close.
or something.
Yeah.
I remember that from Smallville.
I say, how great would it be to have a Justice League game
They
where you
tried to
Well,
can
make
they
it, but
play
were
it
as like,
sucked.
yeah they were actually working on a Justice League game, and then they was working on um what you call it damn a Suicide Squad game, but that got scrapped. Like the Batman Arkham Knight, that was actually supposed to be a Justice League game that led into the Justice League movie, and that was supposed to take place in the '60s, but they wound up scrapping it.
dang. I'd say, cause man, I'd fly around all day as Green Lantern, John Stewart. But yeah.
All right,
Uh,
Tone. So what game you want to talk about?
Um, the game, I don't know. Like I'm excited for Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm excited for Spider-Man. There's a couple new games that I saw that look interesting, but nothing that really blew my mind.
One
I
at a
was
time,
really
bro.
hope I
So,
was really
Horizon.
hoping they showed off the Batman game that's supposedly supposed to be coming out when the PlayStation around the same time PlayStation 5 launches, but I didn't hear anything from that. So if you
All
ask me to
right.
pick a game,
No, we're gonna talk about all of them ones we're interested in.
yeah, I'd have to say maybe Horizon Zero Dawn is the one that probably got me the most excited.
I can't wait. They look like they've added so many different elements to this game without adding too many elements to this game. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
it doesn't.
Hmm.
Damn.
Honestly, I mean, it does look good, and I'm interested to see where they go from here. I actually may go back and play the first one because I don't really remember. I don't remember the entire story from the first one. So
Hmm.
before the second one drops, I may go back and finish the first one.
So, I remember the entire story from the first one. But, like, this one just seems like it's her. I don't know. It seems like something's happening, and, like, if she doesn't do anything, it's gonna be the end of the world. So she's like traveling the world. That's the impression I got from it, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I got the impression that the corrupted were were basically destroying the world or some shit like that, like killing plant life and animal life and shit like that. That's kind of what I got out of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like this game is going to focus more on the corrupted machines than anything.
Which were like brutal. Like there wasn't many things you can do to like damage a corrupted machine. I remember.
Shit, when I first started playing the first one, man, that shit frustrated the shit out of me. I'm like, yo, you
Oh,
got me
that
going
first
up
one is
against,
brutal.
yeah, you got me going up against some fucking machines with a goddamn stick and stone. Like, what the hell am I gonna do with this?
On a side
But
note,
then,
isn't this a map from one of the older games?
no, this is from Verdansk, so
Yeah, this is Warzone at.
I
anyone,
like
anyone
distinctly
wondering
remember.
where that comment came from? We're playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, if you watch the YouTube video, you no guys, this I'm pretty sure this map exists in one of the older games.
So this is
Yeah,
definitely
it's the
from Verdansk.
Verdansk. Yeah, this is for in Verdansk, but I'm pretty sure this map exists in one of the previous games.
Maybe it is. Who knows?
I'll look it up. I'll look it up later. Okay, so yeah, I'm really excited about Horizon Zero Dawn. Forbidden West. It looks like they put a lot of time and effort into that game, and like I can't wait to see the new things it has to offer.
What do you think it has to offer?
So like they had like underwater shit now, which is amazing. Even though anything underwater sucks, and I was like, oh my god, this place looks beautiful. And like in the trailer, then the giant crocodile robot shows up and like the Snapjaw. I was like, oh, never mind, it looks terrible. But like,
Mm.
it's just like going in there is gonna be fun in itself.
I hate underwater games.
No one likes underwater shit.
The
But
only one I actually really enjoyed was when you got to go underwater in GTA 5 and San Andreas.
hmm. So like, you guys are probably not looking forward to this, but I'm actually looking forward to the new Ratchet and Clank game, even though it looks confusing in a way.
Yeah, I
The
ain't
trailer kind of
interested at
confused the
all in
shit
that
out of me.
shit. I ain't interested at all in that shit. You going to take it away on that one, sir?
It's
Shoot, I might
basically
play it
like
one time.
it looked like it was basically just how to explain it, like a rift in like the dimensions, and like they were just teleporting through different shit. If it's structured the way the trailer made it look, whereas like at any moment you can end up in a different world, that'd be kind of interesting and cool. Like you start a level and then like all of a sudden you're in a different level and you can't finish a level at once. You got to finish them like whenever the game teleports you to that level. That's weird. Like it almost sounds weird, but it also sounds interesting.
Super weird. Weirdo.
Herbie, you got another game, big dog?
Uh, well, it all depends, cause I think they are coming out the Assassin's Creed 2020. I just looked up some pricing, but it's gonna be expensive, so I don't know about getting it exactly. I think they're trying to do a Rainbow Six too.
How much are they charging for Assassin's Creed?
It it was like $70.
What was like a
So
special edition?
from what I was reading, no, it just looked like it was the standard $70 game. But it's speculative, I guess.
Oh, they
So
might be raising the prices of the games now.
yeah.
To counter
So
the PS4 sale on PS5.
yeah. I don't know. Let me scroll down here because it's $75 on the standard edition for the oh no, they're talking about it's talking about PS4. This is what it says. Uh, they haven't confirmed the price for PS5 yet. The standard edition for the PS4 is $75.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
That's too much for a
Fuck.
game.
I don't like Assassin's Creed to begin with. Those fucking games are boring as shit. I'm definitely not buying that bullshit.
But
It's way
but
too much for a game.
what worries me though is like if it's $75 for a standard edition, man, is
The
that
definitive
$75 for
edition is
every?
probably like 125.
Yeah, not only that, it's like every game that's coming out is gonna be like $75. Cause if that's the case, I might just be rocking a PS4.
It might be. It might be simply that like they put a lot of effort into this game. I'm hoping, and
That's no
like
excuse because I mean, what from what I heard, The Witcher 3 was just jam packed with shit, and they still only charge you $59.99.
different
You,
companies react different ways. I mean,
yeah,
it's
well,
no
you know,
excuse, but
Ubisoft, Activision, 2K, they're a bunch of scumbags.
Yeah, yeah. I hope not. That's heartbreaking. Might not have to get groceries that week to play.
Listen, I don't plan on buying Assassin's Creed anyways. They kiss my whole fat black ass.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not an Assassin's Creed guy.
Oh, good thing you ain't buying it then, huh?
Damn.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
played the first five and I tapped out after that. I was like, man, this shit is boring.
Shoot. Well, I'm a boring person.
True.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know you heard me on the radio.
Mm.
True.
Uh, there is anyone excited for the new Call of Duty that's gonna be dropping for the PlayStation 5?
No.
There was a trailer for the new Call of Duty.
There's not a new trailer, but apparently there was a massive leak. They're saying that the new Call of Duty is supposed to be dropping the same day as the PlayStation 5 does. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if we're gonna get it.
I said, does it have
I'm
Warzone?
content with this one.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I might get it.
But I'm with Carlos. I'm content with this one. There's no need. There's no need to get another Call of Duty unless they offer something new or they have a war zone. I'm not getting it.
Uh,
Yeah, it's just
I,
like there's no point right now. You know, you. I hate that companies feel the need to like release something every year.
Well, because they know there's Call of Duty. They know people are going to buy it every single year, and I'm even guilty of that. I buy Call of Duty every single year. You know,
Yeah, I'm
so
not
it's
guilty of that.
same thing with Madden, same thing with 2K. Like they're cash cows. So of course they're going to release it every single year. They want to make that money. So that's understandable. But Modern Warfare, I mean, it's not a perfect multiplayer game, but it's definitely one of the best Call of Duty games I've played in a long time. So yeah, and this is probably the this and Modern Warfare Remastered are the longest Call of Duty games I've played. Usually I would have been traded a Call of Duty game in for something else.
No,
say
yeah,
I
I
like
mean,
the World
go
War
ahead.
Two Call of Duty is the one I like the best.
Oh, I hated that one.
Oh man,
I hated
that was
that one
my
so
game.
much.
I like doing that little thing where you had to capture all three checkpoints or whatever.
That was fun.
Yeah,
I did like that. That was really fun.
yeah. I used to be in there and just trying to capture the points on the bridge and the little gas smoke. It was terrible when your teammates didn't know what to do. But
Oh yeah, 'cause I've played with
Always
some
is.
teams where like we would
It's just
lose within like 10 minutes of starting the goddamn game.
we couldn't get past the thing we had to rush the house.
Yeah.
Now if that came back out, I think I'd get it. I'd be in there just Call of Duty, baby.
I don't know. I'm not. This is the first Call of Duty I've actually enjoyed playing in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do like this one.
But that's also
Black
because
Ops.
like when my mom got me an Xbox 360, she didn't buy me a game, so for the longest time I was playing one of those games that just come with the system. And then when she finally bought me a game, it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So by the time I was done with that game, I was so done with Call of Duty. I was just like, I don't want to play this ever again. Not a new one, not an old one, not any of them. I was
That's
over it.
understandable.
I hear that.
So, let me see. What was another game I was looking forward to?
I think I might try that Gran Turismo.
Nah,
Care Package.
I'm not really into racing games, so I'm gonna have to. I'll check out on that one too.
And this gonna come out, no one's gonna buy it, and it's gonna be on sale in the store. I'm gonna gobble that thing on up. What else is there? Let me look, scroll through here. Oh, Oddworld. I remember playing that when I was younger.
Hell no, hate that fucking game.
Demon Souls. I'm gonna have to give that a chance.
I don't get that either.
Are you gonna get the? Are you actually gonna get the Sackboy game?
The what?
Probably not.
The little
not.
Big Planet guy. Tony said he was gonna get that.
Nah, I don't know. I said I used to play that. I used to play that with my wife a lot, and we both enjoyed it. But I don't know if this is going to be the same as the other ones were, because those other ones were, yeah, you had a real quick campaign, but the big focus on that was user created levels and stuff.
Hmm.
That's what made that game fun. It seems like this one is more campaign oriented.
Oh, that'd be fun. Y'all could create some levels together if they had the story creator.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'd have to see the reviews and shit like that when it comes out.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see them taking away the level creator, because I said that was kind of a huge hit with that game, and that was the reason why everyone loved that game. I remember one of the first times me and my wife played together, someone recreated. Remember that show Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone made a level based off that TV show, and me and her played that for hours. It was so fun.
Say, did you see the 2K 21
Oh,
trailer?
I'm not.
I ain't, I ain't
You're
trying
gonna
to
have
finish
to.
it.
Yeah, you're gonna do something seriously different to get me to buy a 2K game again.
Well,
I just thought the graphics would look good. Like you saw the sweat running down his leg. I was like, oh, that's new.
here's the thing, right? I don't see that game having those graphics while it's running.
Uh,
I truly believe they're going to downgrade those graphics. I mean, are they still going to have the sweat running the way it does? Yeah, but I see them drastically, maybe not drastically, but definitely toning down the graphics from what you saw in the trailer. Um, and then it basically comes down to gameplay with that game. Like, what is the gameplay going to be like? Is there going to be a new neighborhood? What new game mode are they going to offer? Um, a lot of one thing that a lot of players have been asking about is affiliations. Where when the playground, want to say it was 15 or 16, I think it was 15, where park affiliations were first introduced, where you got to pick which affiliation you want to go to, and each affiliation's courts were all different.
I
So
do
then,
remember playing that.
yeah, so then if you wanted to, like, let's say for instance, you were affiliated with like Rickett City, and you wanted to go to a different city, you could go over there and play those guys that were on that affiliation and stuff like that. Now, back then, I used to actually play on the playground a lot, so that aspect was fun. So if they reintroduce it, I may do it again. But I say it all depends what that's going to be. For me, gameplay is most important. I'm hoping that it wasn't like 2020, where I mean, I still had no problem scoring in 2020. I still put up a fuck ton of points. it was just the player movements was they just slowed it down so much. And they said they were trying to make it more realistic, but there are actually players that play quick, have fast crossovers, and they're just quick as shit. Everyone was slow as hell. The jump shots were slow as fucking hell. I was like, man, fuck this game. I'm getting rid of this shit.
I remember there's one I couldn't even make a jump shot.
So I mean, I'm curious to see what 2K does. I just could fucking care less. I'm not excited about it at all. I saw the
It's hard.
trailer. I said, okay, that looks okay, I guess.
It's hard to get excited about a game that's been fucking you for how long?
Shit,
Since
since
what,
about
2K17?
about
Yeah.
since 1999 first came out.
Nah, 2K16 was the last great one they had. Like, everyone loves 2K16. I love 2K16. I played it for 2 goddamn years straight. So, nah, I don't know. I'm not excited for it. I'm not. I really want to see what they do with the gameplay first, and I'm not gonna buy day one. I need to see how it's gonna be handled first,
I
and
say
I want to
three
see the
three months
reviews and
later it's gonna be
everything.
$40 anyway. They always do that.
Oh yeah, because they're trying to bring in more people to play their game, because the more people you have in your game, the more potential money you have to make from people purchasing VC.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
one thing I would like them to fix is the overall rating you start at. I'm sorry, but if you're in the fucking NBA and you can't hit a fucking layup, you shouldn't be in the NBA. That's awful that you start off as a 60 overall and you can't hit a fucking layup.
Yeah. That is terrible.
And another thing that I think they should do is have an offline career mode, because I remember when 2K17 first came out, and I wanted to create my player and put him on a franchise team, right? So I picked all his stats that would have been maxed out. I maxed it out on this guy, and I think his max stats basically made him like a 84, 85 overall. And I remember that pissed me off so much I got rid of the game. Because my thinking is, I want to make a superstar. I want to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, if I have a 3-point specialist, then okay, I still want to. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess just if I'm going to make a 99 overall, I want all his shit to be maxed the fuck out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're not going to do it if it's all online, because now they have the whole they're part of the E League shit. So basically, what you just made is a glorified role player. That's basically what you're making. You're making a glorified role player. Like, they don't give you they give me the option to make an all around superstar. Just make the grind harder for someone who's going to be an all around superstar. Like, if I make like a playmaking slasher, and at the end of the game with my certain stats, I wind up getting 75 my career points. Then if I'm making an all around superstar, just chop that shit in half. Make the grind harder.
Yeah. Or they could do like some where you have if you do a certain something, you get like a stat boost increase to your overall or something. Like you can plus to it or so. I forget what some games do that.
Yeah, so
Not only that, like they should implement a challenge system where you get more upgrade points for completing certain challenges.
yeah, but the thing, well, they used to have that. They used to have that. Like, a, they would give you three objectives, or they would give you like one or two objectives to do in the first half, and then they would switch it up in the second half. I think there was one game where they just gave you three objectives to do, and that was what you were supposed to do throughout the whole game. And if you completed them, you were able to get extra experience points towards your player. But I think they stopped that with the newer once the PlayStation 4 came out and everything like that. That's when they stopped it.
Mm-mm-mm.
I do remember doing that. I don't remember which one it was though.
I remember 2K. I think it was first implemented in 2K11. I want to say maybe. Another thing that I mean, they kind of actually did bring the draft combine back in 2020, so I can't say I want them to bring that back. But or like instead of just having two archetypes, you could have it where you start off with you start off with one archetype, and after your first year, you could pick a second archetype to work on, and then after your third year, you can start another archetype. Now I know a lot of people will say the problem with that is, oh well, if you do it like that, that means you got to play more My Career games instead of playing park games. And I know a lot of park players always saying, oh well, I shouldn't have to play My Career games to do grind stuff like that. So basically, the mod park guys are basically they just shit on the guys that play My Career, which I mean, if you are grinding in the park, I think you absolutely should earn more XP towards your player than if you do than if you just do regular old My Career games. But
Mm-hmm.
don't punish the guys that actually enjoy playing My Career because the park guys are just gonna sit here and fucking complain all day. Because not everyone wants to play in the park. Not everyone's good at playing in the park. Like I honestly I don't want to play in the park. I'm not that great playing in the park. And not only that, a lot of people don't want to deal with the toxicity that comes with what comes with that fucking 2K community because it's one of the most toxic communities I've
Niggas talk
ever
hella
run.
shit.
Yeah, I've ever come across. Like every time I go on YouTube, there's some new bullshit brewing in that goddamn community. I know they've been harassing LeBron James' son for the past week. Is he's in the fucking community? Like really picking on a fucking 15-year-old kid, and you motherfuckers have nothing else better to do than to pick on a 15-year-old.
Yeah. I said, what if there was a way to have a my part rating in a career rating or something,
Well,
where you can.
I think they did that with 2K20.
Mm,
Yeah, I think they had that implemented in 2K20, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't like playing in the park anymore. Like 14, 15, 16, and 18, I played in the park a lot. 19, I probably played like 20 park games, and 20, I didn't even touch the damn park. I just had no interest in it.
yeah.
I didn't really enjoy Pro Am. In 2K18, I played Pro Am a lot. That shit was fun.
Right.
I'm trying to think. I think we played a few times on there. Me and my other buddy, but really didn't play it that much.
I mean, I had fun with 2K, but by the time you get your player up to 99 now, or even close to 90, the next game is out.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's how it always goes.
All right, so I guess it's time to talk about the one we saved for last.
yeah.
So did you
Guys,
want
if you
to
thought we were done,
cover?
Resident Evil.
Did you want to segue that to the next segment?
The what?
The next segment, cause you're running on an hour here.
No, I don't need to separate them as long as this nigga actually.
Alright.
He said we don't need to anymore, but then again, this motherfucker.
Cause you
The
had an
last
issue.
episode is missing like 30 minutes. Yeah.
So yeah, probably
So
right.
we'll see.
Segment, yeah.
Hold on. So, all right. So, Resident Evil 8: The Village. Is that the actual official title? I don't know.
Yeah.
The Village. So, as always, a trailer from Resident Evil. Very confusing, very mysterious, very fucking interesting. The rumors about Chris Redfield being in this game being on an island, there being a werewolf, a witch, all turned out to be true. Who was leaking this shit? I don't know, but it looks really interesting. There's no reason to believe that it won't be in VR again. I don't think. I think they have it set up for it to be in VR, which I will play it in VR if it's in VR because that's the, to me personally, it's the best way to experience the game since it's scarier that way. But oh my god, I can't. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Booty water.
You're not interested in it?
Straight. When I seen that fucking werewolf, I checked out.
Damn.
Why?
I checked as soon as I seen that werewolf. I checked out. I was like, this is gonna be fucking terrible. And then you see a nigga that looked like fucking. When I first seen the trailer, the first thing I thought was this has to be Resident Evil 8. Then I saw a fucking werewolf, and I seen a nigga that looked like Van Helsing. And then the title came up. I said, "Fuck this."
Damn.
The one thing I do like is they didn't really give anything away. I mean, they showed off the nigga that looked like Van Helsing. They showed off a werewolf, and then they showed them what 4 or 5 ugly bitches that were in that house. So they didn't really show much, which I do appreciate. You know, keep it mysterious, but booty water. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, I'm still gonna buy it. Don't get me wrong, because I want to be proven wrong. But I'm not gonna lie. When I seen that werewolf, I was like, yo, this shit looks stupid.
I mean, I don't know. They didn't show too much off when they did the trailer to Resident Evil 7 either.
No, but Resident Evil 7 didn't look stupid either.
I think the thing I was most excited about seeing was a mansion. It made me feel like there was going to be puzzles in the game again. So I'm really hoping. Because there wasn't really puzzles in Resident Evil 7. If there were, they didn't really count.
Oh, a werewolf, man. I'm really mad about that.
I mean, Umbrella is working on human experimentation. Like, it's within the story's... what's the word I'm looking for? Logical development, I guess?
Nah, you messing with that. Now I'm gonna be waiting for that dude freaking in Twilight, that kid Taylor to show up as a goddamn werewolf. And then Resident Evil 9, you're gonna have Robert Pattinson's vampire in the damn game. Like, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know. And something tells me that I'm thinking that werewolf is Ethan. I don't know why, but my gut, and I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm just saying in my gut, I feel like Ethan is going to be wolf.
Oh, he might be one in the game, but like, no, that wasn't him because we already know what Ethan looks like.
Technically, you don't know what Ethan looks like because they never showed his face.
No, they did.
In 7?
Yeah.
I don't remember them ever showing his face.
On the helicopter.
Are you sure?
Yeah, in the ending on the helicopter, they show everyone.
I don't remember that.
Not to mention, you kind of see the back of his head in when he gets abducted in the ship area. When his hair color was a lot lighter than the guy who turned into a wolf.
Shoot.
I don't know. I just...
Some could have made it darker. You don't know. Could have been a chemical what's that? Byproduct of chemical byproduct of being a werewolf injected or something. I don't know.
I hope I'm proven wrong. I really do hope I'm proven wrong.
I hope so too. That would suck not to like the game.
But as of right now, booty water.
Damn.
straight booty butt.
Booty butt, booty butt, booty butt cheeks.
Said
Oh,
I may be in the minority, but I have seen a few people that have YouTube channels that have said, yeah, I don't know about that whole werewolf shit. And I he was talking to my wife the other day, and I was like, yeah, I ain't feeling this whole werewolf shit either.
I don't
Because
know.
I mean, I haven't played every single Resident Evil game, and I've read a few books, and I ain't never seen or heard of a damn werewolf in that whole lexicon. So I'm like, nah, dog, I can't get down with a werewolf, man. I can't. I don't know why. It really bothers me.
Hmm.
So you
I don't know.
just hate
That's just me,
werewolves.
man. It's not that I hate werewolves, just I don't feel like werewolves belong in my Resident Evil game.
Bruh, compared to the enemies that they already had,
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, they had freaking giant ticks and spiders and stuff like that. I don't know. I said, yeah, they've had all types of different monsters, but just never a werewolf. That's just what's throwing me off.
I can understand that. I can
yeah.
dig it.
I mean, because all right, because the T virus is known to make monstrous shit out of different types of animals, whether they be bugs, uh, regular household pets, even fucking humans. Hey, you never heard of no damn T virus turning a human or a goddamn werewolf.
What if they had that werewolf gene where
I was
they're
about to say
always
if they
hairy?
like infected them with implanted them with the werewolf blood and mixed the DNA and then infected them with the virus, it's possible that they could have turned into a werewolf.
Yeah,
No,
but then,
I'll talk
but
about the thing where they just have them hairy faces.
but
They
yeah,
have that little syndrome.
but then, how do you explain them? Where would they get werewolf blood from if werewolves were never even part of the story at all?
Well, you don't need
Then
werewolf
you'd have
blood. You just need a wolf.
to. Nah, bro. I would never be sold on that.
Yeah.
Nah, that's all you need. A wolf. A werewolf is a human that transforms into a wolf. There's no thing. There's nothing actually confirming that you need to be bit by a werewolf to turn into a wolf. If you have a wolf gene inside you, and then a virus was to mutate that and combine your genes together, then theoretically speaking, you should be able to turn into a werewolf.
Yeah, but we've seen mutated wolves, and that was when they were infected with the Las Plagas thing. Were they
Mm.
wolves or were they just dogs? No, I think they were wolves.
Let's plot. In which Resident Evil?
4. It might have been
Shoot.
5 too. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played both of them.
Well, I will not be
There
getting
were
it.
there were dogs in 5. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, 'cause they were like their like mouths open up sideways and shit like that.
Like a
Ugh.
sideways crocodile.
Yeah, it's like a sideways vagina.
I feel like it's completely
You know
logical
that's
in
the
the
actual
Resident Evil world
medical
for it to be
condition.
possible.
I don't know. I mean, I was even thrown off by the molded and Resident Evil 7. Like
The
that's
molded are
the
stupid,
really, yeah, it's like the only enemy that you really came across was molded.
and they don't even actually follow you. Like if you leave the room that they're in, they despawn. You
Oh,
don't
so you
actually have to.
can't
You
even
don't have to
assist
actually
them.
kill any of them.
I mean, and then apparently, I think Resident Evil 8 is supposed to be kind of like open worldish type
You have to travel to the
shit.
island.
Yeah. So I
I
mean,
mean, I don't think. I think it'll be like linear in an open world type of environment. So like you're gonna. It's like I feel like it's gonna introduce you to an area, then it's gonna introduce you to another area, and one of your jets is gonna be like, "Hey, go here." It's like, "Oh, I know where that's at."
yeah.
Because that's how 7 was. 7 was you can go anywhere you've been, but like you know where you have to go.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not that excited for it. I'm just not. I'm still gonna get it, and I still do want to play it. Like I said, I hope I'm proven wrong, but I don't know, man. That werewolf just threw me the fuck off. It really threw me off.
I will not be playing it.
You gonna play it? We say you gonna play it, nigga.
Nah, you guessing? You gonna cough up the $80 on that PS5 for me to play it?
Hell no, man. I hope they ain't charging us no damn $80 for a fucking game.
That would
Shoot.
suck. Cause I'm gonna
Yeah, I can
get
see
it,
it.
but like I'm gonna not be happy about spending $80 every time I want to play a game.
I'm about to do something strange for a piece of change.
For real.
I ain't even front. Nah. I just save up for 3 months to buy a video game. 4 video games a year. Or what if they come up with a Game Pass?
Oh, they come
Definitely
out with a
download.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that.
Definitely downloading the free games of the month.
Yeah, because the way I do it now is, I rarely buy anything digital. I mean, if I catch a really good sale on a game digitally, then I'll go ahead and I'll buy it digitally. But I still buy all my shit disc based. And if there's a game that I absolutely don't want to get rid of and don't want to trade in, I keep it. I just
Yeah.
Right.
I keep them. So I don't know where I was going with that.
I couldn't even tell you.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, if I sign up for the Game Pass and there's a game that I know that I won't be keeping, then I will just download it off of Game Pass instead of buying the actual disc.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's fair. I don't think they should raise the prices of games. Games already cost enough as it is. It's not like it's gonna cost more to make games. I think they just wanna, you know,
Want to profit more off of it. And then
yeah,
hit you over the top of the head with surprise mechanics.
yeah. And that's stupid
Yeah.
to me. But there's nothing. If that's what ends up happening, there's nothing we can really do about that.
Yeah. I can understand that. You can dig it. I can dig it. Nah.
Stupid.
Stupid.
All right. Well, that
But
concluded the PS5 talk, I guess.
we gonna talk about the haptic features,
The what?
or did you wanna the haptic features like the vibration control and all the crazy little ins and out of it?
Bro, we know you gonna put it in your pants, bro.
Damn.
Nah, I was thinking about turning them off. Cause I turn haptic features on my phone.
um, I don't know how many people would agree with this, but I don't like the fact that my PlayStation controller has sounds coming from it sometimes. Because a lot of times I'm wearing headphones, so I can't hear it anyway. And sometimes it has like something important that you might want to hear, but you're not gonna hear it because you're using headphones.
Yeah, I said they're. I think they said there's something about 3D sound too. Yeah, I have
Shit, now I
all
need a
sorts of
3D
little.
8K TV.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, it's pretty wild. Let me find that article again.
I'm not fully excited about this console being white, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it
I
was
like the way it
cool.
looks.
It
I,
looks
I'm
good, but I guess I was used to the all black console. You know what they should have did? Take it
Oh
back
well,
to gray.
I was about to say the first one was gray. You get two that are black. Actually, next three were black. Next three. No, because
well,
the
see,
PS4 you could have gotten multiple colors. Like my
my
PS4 is
my
blue.
th- my thinking behind it is, and maybe this may sound stupid, but obviously you play games, your palms start to sweat a little bit. So is that plastic on that controller going to wind up staining from it being from you sweating? You know what I mean?
No, nigga.
Like well, you never know, man. I
No,
just
it's
feel like,
true.
yeah,
I thought about it too. I was like, man, that thing gonna get dirty.
yeah.
You
Yo.
gonna
That's
have
my
you gonna have
first.
some grips.
That was my first thought. Like, yo, this white controller, this white console, man, she gonna get dirty as hell.
I mean, to be fair, the
Yeah.
console's not completely white. It's like a reverse Oreo.
Yeah, but the part that's exposed to the dust and elements is white. So it's like,
Bruh. Y'all on something, bro. Y'all smoking something.
Nah, man, we just seen it for what it is. Open your
Yeah,
eyes, be
man. I
enlightened.
don't,
Now, I'll put
Yowers.
it to you this way: do you have a what color is your phone?
My phone's black, but I personally like black
Black.
as a color, even though
Okay.
it's technically not a color.
What color is your shoes? You wear white shoes?
I don't. White shoes dirty easy now.
Okay. So when that PS4
But
sitting
white
there and the
shoes is
dust,
not the same as a white controller. You go outside with white shoes.
do,
You
do
talking
you
about
not
getting
touch your hands?
nigga? You talking about getting sweat on your controller that makes your controller dirty? No, that sounds ridiculous.
Man, you're not trying to understand
well,
what
we're
we're
not
trying to
only
say.
talking. We're not. I'm not only talking about sweat either. You could, let's say
You
for
eating
instance, you sit.
chips, you
Yeah, you
you
sit here
pick your
eating chips
nose.
or a sandwich. It could be anything. Any type of residue that's left in your hand is going to want to get on the controller. You may not be
Okay,
able to
but
fully get that stain out.
why would you eat something and then immediately touch your controller rather than washing your hands or something?
Do
Wait, let
you
me
do
ask
you
you a
not eat while
question.
you play video games?
Yeah, you've never eaten
No,
while you play
nigga.
video games. I
That's
don't
Not with
a
believe
dirty
that.
lie, cause you
hands.
I don't even believe
cause
that.
Not
yeah.
with dirty hands. I wash
Mm-mm.
or wipe my hands before I touch my controller again, or make sure I use a hand. If it's a one-handed game, I just use one hand to play.
Shoot,
So do you
nah, he's
watch?
trying to front.
So do you? Are you telling me when you before you play your game, even if you come home from work, you automatically wash your hands before you ever pick up the controller, or when you wake up in the morning, you wash your hands and go pick up your controller?
Considering I use the bathroom when I get home and I use the
No, no,
bathroom
no,
when I
no, no,
wake
no, no,
up,
no. I'm not.
yes.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you using the bathroom or anything like that. I'm saying in the morning, when you wake up, do you
I'm saying,
constantly wash? You consciously wash your hands before you pick that controller up? Not using the bathroom or anything like that. You just wake up and you go straight to your console. You wash
I
your hands
don't
before you
wake
pick
up and
that
go straight to
controller
my
up.
console. You're asking me
Okay,
something
yes.
that doesn't happen. You're literally asking me something that doesn't happen. I wake up, I use the bathroom, and when I use the bathroom, I wash my hands, and then I go to my console.
Nigga, I hope your white controller turns brown, nigga.
Whatever, motherfucker. Don't be mad at me because I actually wash my hands.
I wash my hands too.
That's not what we saying. We saying white's more apt to get
I'm saying
dirty.
what I'm saying is, if you're concerned about a white controller getting dirty, wash your hands.
Some things just can't be avoided, man.
Buy wipes to
I'm
keep near
say,
you.
all right. I'll put it this way. Let's say you scratch your face or wipe your brow. Do you, or scratch your face or something. Your beard itchy. Do you go wash your hands and then touch your controller?
Why would my face be that dirty where it would stain my controller?
That wasn't a question. I said, do you scratch your face
No,
or
because my face isn't dirty.
no? If your
Nigga,
beard
just
itch, you don't scratch your face.
bro, just cause you start itching don't mean your damn face is dirty, bro.
What I'm saying
Yeah.
is, I would scratch my face and just touch the controller. My face isn't dirty. Why would I be
Hey,
concerned about washing my hands after
your
scratching my face?
your your body generates oil daily. So even if even if you don't think your face is dirty, it has oils and chemicals that could stain your controller.
Man, listen, my controller is gonna be white day 1 and day 360.
Yeah,
Okay, we gonna move on from this because this nigga's too fucking stubborn.
yeah. I'm trying to
I'm just
tell
saying
you,
it's not
your
hard to
face.
keep something white. It really isn't. All you gotta do is be conscious of it.
Then why you don't buy white shoes then? Because you just
Because
said
I
it's
don't
hard
I don't
for
buy
them
shit
to
in
be
general.
dirty.
It gets dirty easy, but I don't go out anyway. I don't have a reason to buy white shoes. But I do have shoes with white on them, and it's still white.
Shit, yeah, but you clean them, don't you?
I clean them after I use them.
Exactly. You still gotta
All right,
clean
so
them. Then
niggas
this
can
is not
clean your
going.
controller.
It's not
Clean
going
your
to stay
controller.
white. It's just not going to stay white, sir.
Buy some wipes and wipe your controller every time you use it. I don't know what to tell you guys.
I actually do that,
Or buy
but
some
I'm a
black controllers.
germaphobe. I am a
Because they're gonna be
germaphobe, so I
black
always,
controllers.
yeah, maybe. But
There
my
will be.
controllers are pretty clean, cause
And they're gonna be different color PS5s.
yeah, could be.
There will
You
be.
don't know yet. You guessing?
PlayStation likes to release special consoles for special games. Actually, all consoles like to do it now. So
Yeah.
when a big game drops, there might be a God of War PS5 where it's red and white. There might be a fucking Spider-Man where it's red and blue. I don't know any situations where it might be something else.
Yeah, they'll come out. I'm not gonna get one though. Rock this to the PS6 come out.
Where games are $100 a piece.
I'm gonna stop playing video games. Just start investing in building models.
For real.
$100. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna come off that price point though. Can't be $80 for no damn game.
So, uh, so is that like you guys only concerned about a white PlayStation? It getting dirty?
No, I don't care about it either way. I'm just saying it was a thought I had of it.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
just a thought. It ain't a major concern. It's just a little
yeah,
thought.
they're gonna stop me from getting it.
Nah, you just said
I,
yeah, it ain't gonna start you from getting it because you already not getting it.
nah, I'm getting it.
Oh, you
I get,
motherfucker spawned a team on the other side.
once I get this OnlyFans popping, I ain't even worried about it. I might even get two.
Well, damn, big spender,
Oh, it
Nah,
must be nice.
right?
shoot, man. I'm charging. My
Yeah,
thing charge $10 a thing.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If they raise the price of the games, if it comes down to it, I had to choose between a pair of Jordans and GTA 6. I'm getting them motherfucking Jordans. Fuck that damn GTA 6. I'll get that shit next pay period.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I mean,
I mean,
75 isn't a lot. It's only a $10 price jump. But if you talk about charging me $80 for a fucking $80 to $90 for a goddamn game, and I can only imagine what special editions gonna cost. Now they might shoot that price up to like
$125.
$300 or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Like fuck you.
the
I'd rather be getting
only
a
the
half
only
million in a
reason
dick
I would
suck than
want.
that.
Okay, all right. The only reason I would want a game to cost that much is if you're giving me the complete game right away.
And you know you're not gonna get the complete game right away. You already know you're not getting the complete game right away. Well, what they'll do is they'll make the whole game, and then they'll cut out certain pieces. They'll charge you DLC for it, and then so that way they can make extra money. That's what they do. Like you can't you hear that shit all the time. Like I gave an example before in Assassin's Creed. Like they cut out a whole fucking chapter and made that DLC. Are you bastards that fucking lazy that you can't make something new with that story? You just had to cut out a whole chapter and then you charge me for it? Another perfect example is the First Division. You give me this bare bones ass fucking game, make me play this for almost a year before you drop DLC, and then the DLC that you drop should have already been in the game. But you basically just charge me $40 for this dreck. And then what makes it even better, you don't even release it all at the same time. You release Underground, and then 6 to 7, 8 months later you drop Survival, and then a couple months later you drop whatever the other PvP shit was. And I'm sorry, but out of those three, Survival was the best. So if you want to charge me extra for Survival, I understand it. But Underground, booty butt cheeks. That PvP mode, booty fucking butt cheeks. You basically charged me $60 for a bare bones game when it should have only been worth like 30, $40. Don't make a fucking game, cut shit out, make it bare bones, and then make me pay the full fucking price, and then turn around and buy some bullshit ass season pass for 30, $40 fucking dollars to get what should have already been in this fucking game. That's what pisses me off. End of rant.
I understand it.
Yeah, this nigga was heated though, and then he said end of rant.
Well, cause I mean, like I'm gonna tell you like this: when Arkham Knight first came out and they had that season pass, I was super explored, but I could not afford it. I was living paycheck to paycheck at the time. So it took me almost a year and a half till after the game released in order to buy that because they dropped the price by $10. I was like, oh well, fuck it, nah, I can kind of afford this. I mean, I might be fucked on gas for a little bit, but I should be all right.
You still got
And
feet?
it was worthless, absolutely worthless. They gave you a bunch of different Batmobile models that you can't even use in the real fucking game. I mean, I like the costumes and shit, but the only real gameplay thing that they added was just a bunch of races. I mean, I'm not trying to sit in a fucking arena and race this damn Batmobile, nigga. It's a waste of time and it was a waste of money.
Bruh, that they really did force the Batmobile shit on you.
Man, like, it was so fucking stupid, man. I hope this new Batman game is nothing like Arkham Knight. Like I still loved Arkham Knight even though I got forced to use that Batmobile for the most ridiculous shit in the world. But don't make it to. I mean, if you're gonna have it where I can get like older Batmobiles from like the 1989 and the Adam West Batmobile and shit. Let me be able to use it in the main game, not just do your little stupid ass races.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I didn't agree with the Batmobile stuff. Like, it was cool at first, and then it was just too much. It was just like they even had a forced boss fight with the Batmobile.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yeah, that
It
was
was just
tough.
like a boss battle, man. Like legit. Y'all niggas wild.
Yeah, you wild.
I'd be like that, but they didn't have to be like that.
Yeah, I know. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't mind coming back again.
I'm definitely gonna play it over again.
What the Batmobile one?
Yeah,
I
the
can't remember.
Arkham Knight. Yeah, I'll definitely play it again.
I can't remember.
I meant
is
to
this
play
thing
it again.
backwards capable?
Did you
Did
say?
it
Earl?
say that? Is the PS5 backwards capable? I can't remember.
They're
I'm
saying
gonna say
most
yeah.
games are gonna be available for. Like, if you have it, then you're good. That's what they're saying, anyways.
Okay, yeah. All right, I know what I'm gonna be playing first week.
Gonna have to test the
Dual
water
Links.
though. You might
I
have to
wonder
save
if they're
everything on the
gonna
cloud
have.
though.
I wonder if they're gonna have Call of Duty Warzone on the PS5.
Of course, it's right now. It's probably the most lucrative thing they got going on.
Yeah, if they have Warzone for PS5, I guess we know we're all gonna be playing together.
You guessing? I ain't gonna be out
I don't
there.
know why I like it, but I do like it as opposed to Fortnite.
I think don't you start off with a gun in Warzone first? In Fortnite, you just have to find a weapon and then start building a house. I hope you don't get shot up building a house, right?
I fucking
Fortnite
hate-
is just
I hate
Fortnite is just it's unfair for console players because of the building aspect for PC players.
Yeah. Yeah, miss it with that Fortnite.
Alright, so anyone's got anything else, or we want to start spilling off the songs? Even though I know both of you probably didn't think of any.
Nah, I've been waiting all week for this song, baby.
Your ass up. Why you lying?
How you know I'm lying?
I just have a feeling, dog.
Damn.
I
Is there
have a
anything
feeling.
else on the agenda? Anything you want to talk about?
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else?
Stay away from the chickens, kids.
Wow.
What's going on with chickens?
Nah, he said McChickens.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Chickens can turn you into something terrible.
You know what?
Steve.
Let's start off this 1v1.
It's like what's that slogan? Say no to drugs.
Say no to Irby.
Yeah. Say no. Say no to Slender Man.
I don't know if there's really anything else to talk about. Anyone excited for some movies that are coming out?
I don't even know what
Movies
movies
still
are coming
coming
out,
out?
nigga. It's like I don't even know
This is
what it's coming out. You talking about excited?
I mean, I'm excited for the new Halloween movie that's supposed to be coming out in October.
There's a new Halloween movie coming out in October.
Yeah, I think it's called Halloween Kills or some shit like that.
Is it like something
I'm
original
excited.
or like just continuation?
It's well, did you see the one that came out in 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a continuation of that. It's supposed to pick up where that one left off.
I actually like that one. I like that movie.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, I don't know why I liked it, but I definitely liked it.
Yeah, I'm not. I was never a huge Halloween fan, but I did wind up watching that one. I loved it. The only real movie I'm really excited to see is the new Batman. That's really it. Oh, and Justice League, the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any. I mean, that new Michael Halloween movie sounds interesting. So I'd be interested in seeing that, obviously. If you're gonna go to the movie for that, let me know. I'll go.
All right. Oh, you know what we can talk about? We
What?
can talk about our adventures to unlock Bunker 11.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. We didn't talk about that already?
No,
No.
we have not talked about that.
Okay, alright. Give me 1 second. Damn it! Okay. So guys, anyone who's played Warzone knows that you can come across quite a few bunkers. I think there's 11 of them total. It might be 12. I don't know how. Wow, this nigga heard me. So like there, there might be 12, but Bunker 11 is a special bunker because no matter what key card you find, you won't open the bunker. What you have to do to open Bunker 11 is
Number
you
one,
need.
learn Russian.
Yes, yeah, you need to know Russian for the numbers 1 through 10. No, is 10 one? No, just 1 through 9, right?
Yeah, 1 through 9.
Now you need to know what the Russian numbers for 1 through 9. That is first and foremost. And the reason you need to know that is because there is a phone. There are like a lot of phones throughout the map. And if you come across a ringing one and you pick it up, you will hear a Russian person. Then you'll hear a tune. And then you'll hear that man say a code. The code is 3 numbers. You need to activate the corresponding phones for those 3 numbers. And once you do that correctly, Bunker 11 opens up. Now, when Bunker 11 opens up, and I'll show you guys if you watch it on YouTube, you can run inside and unlock this gun, this blueprint, the Mud Dauber. Shoots fast. The only thing I would recommend is swapping out the laser pointer for FMG. Props to Tony on that one. I didn't think of it. I put a scope on it. You really don't need it. Shoots fast, kills fast. If you manage your bullets correctly, you can go on a killing spree with this thing. I've done it. It's fun. It took us three or 4 days to finally get into that bunker.
Probably a
But
total of like 9, 10 hours.
man, when we finally got like to a point where we were all staying alive, we finally got in there and died immediately after we left.
But it was worth it. It was well worth it.
Died to the first team we ran into. With all the guns, there's like 4 or 5 orange crates in there. 4 or 5 regular crates in there. Plus the blueprints that you can actually pick up the actual gun for. Once you pick it up, your whole team has it. And with all that souped up power and the money, we just died immediately. It was hilarious.
Yep. Oh, did you hear what they added to Bunker 11 now?
They added something in Bunker 11?
Oh, yes, they did.
Damn, you're gonna make me want to go.
Miniguns.
Like a legit minigun?
Like the minigun you get when you get the Juggernaut kill streak.
If you go
It's
in there, you get a
now.
minigun?
Yes, sir. So you know the room where the mud dauber is?
Yeah.
As soon as you enter that, turn left, and it's right there against the wall.
So, Irby,
Yeah, dog.
um, I don't know how to break this to you, man, but like, see what happened was Tone piqued my interest, and now I kind of want to get the miniguns, even though we're probably gonna lose it immediately. But you know, it should be a fun time for us. I'm playing terrible, by the way. As a team building exercise to like really bond together and see if the minigun is actually a thing that exists. So it
Oh, it
really,
does exist. I seen the video of it. And then another thing they added is,
I'm trying to bait Irby. Stop.
eh, fuck that nigga. He ain't got no choice. When we jump in there, he coming with us. Fuck that.
Shit, you always
That
got a
nigga know
choice.
what's up.
Remember that.
Let me tell you something. Irby has no choice. If he's playing with us, he's playing whatever the hell we playing. If we jump in the war zone, we're gonna get them goddamn miniguns. Guess what? Irby gonna be right there with us. And then apparently
You
they
guessing?
also add, they also added, they also added intel that kind of tells you the story of I guess the Warzone story or whatever, and that intel kind of alludes to that new map that's supposed to be that's been rumored to drop for Warzone.
Shit, I want to know what the new map is. I've been dying to know since like.
I think it's called like Kazakhstan or some shit like that.
Hmm. Kazakhstan.
It's interesting.
To
How
say the least.
interesting is it?
You know, except when when you pick up the intel, you don't have to know a goddamn foreign language or something like that, and the intel doesn't switch where it is. They're in specific spots. And I
I
think
like
there's like,
learning Russian.
me. I think there's like 3 or 4 different pieces of intel you get. I mean, it's nothing. It's not something you necessarily have to do, and you don't get anything special for it. It's almost like an Easter egg type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still kind of
But
interested in doing it. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I am too. Be honest with you, I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to get blamed for us not playing anything else besides Warzone for 3 days. But kind of how I was blamed for trying to get in there to get this damn blueprint.
Nah, I ain't a problem going to get the blueprint. Shoot.
Irby's been blaming you from the day one.
Basically.
I want too bad.
But I'm
Actually,
happy. I'm happy you guys had the same drive I had. Once we decided to do it, we just never stopped.
yeah.
Man, listen. I was just mad. Like, I kept making it, and like it was just not in the gas, so I couldn't make it there. And trying, and Steve just kept pulling us out. Like, no, I was almost there.
And then the
Couple
one
of
time,
times you wouldn't have made it. You would have died.
I think I would have
and
made
then
it
there was
one time though.
then there was the one time where he actually got in there, but died before he could snatch up the blueprints.
Yeah, I didn't know where to go.
That was heartbreaking.
That was brutal. I passed all the orange crates, guys. All of them, all the epic crates. Just looking for this blueprint, and I didn't remember where it was, so I ended up passing it. And one thing led to another.
Yeah, yeah.
I had fun. I enjoyed it.
It was a fun team thing to do. I'm doing terrible in this.
Yeah, we getting smoked.
But I'm ready to suggest a song if you guys are.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got a song.
We can end it. Yeah, we can end it. So I'll start us off for once. I'm gonna suggest "Phone" by Whit Lowry.
You
He
said Big
is
Bone?
no nigga.
Oh, okay. Big Bone
Phone.
chickens.
Phone.
I
Phone
hear
by
you.
Whit Lowry. It's basically a song about how like if the easiest way for me to explain it is like knowing you're in like a bad relationship but like not knowing how to walk away from it. So it's like the featured artist, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but her basic
It's Yan.
hook is. Oh, you know it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Damn, dog. I appreciate the help.
The G's probably silent or something.
Probably. So she's like in the hook. She's basically questioning why she keeps picking up her phone to check to see like if the guy messaged her, and like I like the song because like I'm sure at some point or another everyone spent time being with someone that wasn't right for them. Whether you weren't actually with them and just had feelings for them, or you was actually with them for a considerable amount of time, and it's like it's a toxic relationship and it isn't good for you, but you stay because you care deeply about that person, and it is what it is. Eventually you learn, but like I think it's a good song. I like the way it was produced.
Okay, okay, I hear you. I say the song I got, it's old school back in the day. Nah, it ain't old school. But it's a it's by shot my roommate in college used to play this, and I was like, oh man, this song kind of bumps. It's a zip and a double cup. It's a Juicy J track with Two
Hey,
Chains
just Jay.
and yeah, and the Joker. It goes pretty hard. I like listening to it. Makes me shuffle my feet.
Yeah, this nigga just be making me laugh on the stupidest shit, bro. I swear to God, bro. Oh yeah, Tom, you got a song picking?
Yes, I actually do have a song, and this is going to be way to the far right.
What the fuck does
So,
that even mean?
okay, so this song that I'm going to suggest, I actually used to play it back in the day before me and my wife got married just to annoy the shit out of her. So there's this game that came out for 360 called Mercenaries 2, and it had and in the
uh,
so,
I
so
love when
on
he has a
when
funny story because he never gets through it without laughing. Never.
no, it's not a funny story. It's just to me the song is funny. So it's they would play the song when they would advertise this game on TV, and the song is called "Oh No You Didn't" by the Wohan Brothers Music, and I love the song. It's so funny.
let's see. Oh no.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh, okay. May I suggest another song as well, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, go for it.
Suggest a way.
Okay. Another song I'm suggesting is by the homie Sean Rock. It's called "Kingpin of the Ink Pen," and
Wait. We did a listening party with that song. Why would you suggest it?
because it still slaps, I'm still going to suggest it.
Yeah, that song does go hard though. That's like my favorite song he's made so far.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want details on the song, go listen to the podcast. We went in depth with it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to suggest that song as well.
Um,
Actually, I'm
I
suggesting the whole nigga catalog.
I'm not that diverse. I'm sorry, Sean. I only have like three favorite songs by you so far. That's Church, Kingpin and the Inkpin, and Cooler Than Most. Church dropping July 1st, so stay tuned for that, guys. We will have a listening party. Unfortunately, probably not with Sean, but fortunately, probably with Irby.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a listen.
You won't have to because I'm playing it on the podcast.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, nigga. So unnecessary comment. You don't got a
Did I say
choice.
anything? Did I say anything wrong though? No.
Anyways, guys, if you want to find the podcast episode with the song on it, just look for the episodes that say "Listening Party with Sean." You can find it. If I don't know if you can see copyrighted episodes on YouTube. I don't
Yep,
know if you can
episode
tell that,
3.
but I have about 3 copyright episodes. Any episode with Sean is copyrighted. That's an easy way to find it. It's the second episode we had Sean, because the third one we did the Valentine song "Chill" and the other one, and then we had JoJo on there too. Um, Yeah, July 1st. Sean Rock, new song called Church. It's hot. I love the beat.
Shit go
And
hard.
yo, I was in with the beat. He was like, oh, and he saw me at low, said, yo, bro, yo, I gotta send you this. So I was like, I bet. And then I listened to it, and I walked straight into his office. And I'm like, bro, you had me at the beat. I was sold.
You had me at
Well,
hello.
he played me the beat a couple months ago when he first got it. I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
but
that shit
it
kind
hits
of
different
hard.
with words in it, man.
Well, that's good, yo. And I'm not just saying this because he's the homie. Nigga can rap his ass off. He
He's working
can
on something
rap
right
his
now.
ass off.
I saw on Facebook he was working
So,
on something right now.
so all the songs that I heard from, I haven't. There's not one bad song. Like he can, the boy can rap his ass off. He's dope.
Well, I wish we could say the same thing about me, but I only made one song and it sucked.
Damn. Baker
Man,
Boys.
don't give
That
up your
wasn't me.
dreams, man.
I know. Shout out to the Baker Boys.
We be baking bread. All right, guys. I think
Got
that's
that
gonna do it for
sourdough
this
on deck.
episode. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I appreciate everyone who listens and like supports us. And if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know if there's a way to like shit on Spotify, but if there is, do what you got to do. You know, support the boys, support Irby's OnlyFans, Tone's already up OnlyFans, and my rap career that probably won't happen unless I get my shit together.
Thank God.
Damn,
Oh,
damn.
shit. Thought I was muted. Damn, my bad.
Without further delay, peace.
Peace.
Peace.